Good afternoon, Trump's family. Welcome back to my channel. Have a good day and God bless you. Let's get into the news. The House rules package will be decided tomorrow. McCarthy needs 118 Republicans. And if you look at Liz Cheney, Newsweek Liz Cheney says us will suffer if McCarthy concedes on defense. Well, he's essentially already conceded on sending tens of billions of dollars. Thank goodness. You have Trump Republicans who don't want a proxy battle, and don't want an endless, never-ending proxy battle without a price tag. You've already spent tens of billions of dollars. Liz Cheney has never seen, along with the Lincoln Project Republicans, they've never seen a military confrontation or endless quagmire that they didn't love, that they didn't want the United States to send Americans, men and women, to around the world. So you look at the Lincoln Project, Bush, Cheney, Rumsfeld, Republicans. And even though Cheney is out of the Republican Party, if you watch the two segments prior to this one, the two videos I did on the House rules package, you have moderate Republicans in the USA Today, in The Guardian and other publications. And I cite those publications in the videos prior to this, that want to prevent the rules package from being voted on and being cemented, as you know how McCarthy will run the House of Representatives, which has given up all of his traditional authority as Speaker of the House. Liz Cheney is no doubt influential with the moderate Republicans who are trying to hold out, so there are moderate Republicans who have, and this is just my opinion and belief. I think that people like Liz Cheney and others are influencing moderate Republicans. Perhaps possibly with phone calls or letters. I could be wrong. But I'm saying, if you look at Liz Cheney posts Eric Trump quote after McCarthy, thanks former President. Newsweek, this is a day ago. And at Newsweek, another Newsweek article, Slate, and ABC News articles. So you have Cheney, who's going after McCarthy for giving in to Matt Gaetz and Lauren Gilbert. I don't believe Cheney wants, even though she's not in the House of Representatives, she is not a fan of the concessions or that the rules package that will give most of the influence and power within the Speaker within the House of Representatives to Matt Gaetz, Lauren Boebert, Chip Roy, Freedom Republicans, and essentially also Jim Jordan. Steve Scalise, Jim Jordan, who's running the House. He's the chairman now, the House Judiciary Committee that will be front and center and impeaching Biden for felonies. Okay. Now, if you are a wonderful, morally superior liberal Democrat watching this, God bless you and have a fantastic 2023. I wish you only happiness, health, and joy, just like every Trump Republican. If you're a socialist, communist, it doesn't matter to me. If you're an American or anywhere around the world, God bless you. Have a beautiful, safe and wonderful and joyful and prosperous 2023. That being said, the reality is that wonderful, highly educated, morally superior Democrats impeached Trump, not on felonies or crimes, but on what they considered to be unethical, and what they considered to be un-American. Okay. They didn't indict him on anything. You could indict an easily charged Hunter, and even Joe Biden, on potential graft schemes. You have to read the New York Post. The problem is the wonderful, morally superior, highly educated liberal Democrats. Don't ever read the New York Post, because Twitter and government agencies in the Democratic Party suspended the New York Post when the stories were published at the most important time in U.S. history. And this is some big news. Kevin McCarthy is elected House Speaker in 15th floor vote after days of high drama. Kevin McCarthy's difficult road to becoming House Speaker ended early on Saturday morning, after Republicans appeared to have miscounted the number of votes they needed and left him one vote short of winning the gavel, then quickly voted one last time to give him the win, with help from some of his biggest detractors. The 15th and final vote for House Speaker gave McCarthy 216 votes, a bare majority that was lower than the normal 218 votes because all 6 of his remaining GOP opponents relented and voted present. Representatives-elect Andy Biggs of Arizona, Lauren Beaupre of Colorado, Elijah Crane of Arizona, Matt Gaetz of Florida, and Bob Good, Virginia, along with Matt Rosendale of Montana, voted present in the final round. In the end, no Republican voted against McCarthy, which was the closest thing to GOP unity seen all week. Quote, "I hope one thing is clear after this week: I will never give up," McCarthy said after the victorious vote. He continues, quote, "I will never give up on you, the American people, and I will never give up on keeping our commitment to America. Our nation is worth fighting for." Joe Biden nearing 2020 for a campaign announcement after family vacation. Joe Biden is reportedly getting close to announcing his intentions to run for re-election following his family vacation and after months of speculation. Multiple sources have stated that Biden is getting the details ready to make another White House bid in 2024. And he will be making his intentions known to the public in the coming weeks, which would likely be around the State of the Union in February. Another source close to his 2020 campaign shared that he would make a more formal announcement in April. This team has reportedly been working on an extensive overhaul of his digital presence. The State of the Union has typically been given in late January or early February. This speech may come later due to the Speaker of the House only being elected to the position early Saturday morning. A slight delay after 15 rounds of voting for the position. A recent survey taken during the last week of the year found that only 33% of voters in the United States want to see Biden run for a second term in 2024. Most at 55% of the poll respondents said they did not want him to run for a second term in office. A New York judge orders Trump to face lawsuit by New York Attorney General Letitia James, and your judge on Friday ordered Trump to face a lawsuit by New York Attorney General Letitia James. Letitia James in September announced a lawsuit against President. Attorney General James has been investigating whether the Trump Organization inflated values of some of its properties. Quote, "Today I filed a lawsuit against Donald Trump for engaging in years of financial fraud to enrich himself. His family and the Trump Organization," Letitia James said on September 21. Letitia James said her office is seeking to make Trump pay $250 million. Ban the Trumps from running New York businesses for good. Ban Trump and the Trump Organization from buying commercial real estate in New York for 5 years. And lastly, quote, "We're making a criminal referral to the U.S. Department of Justice." Quotes. With the help of Donald Jr., Eric, Ivanka and other defendants, Trump variously unlawfully inflated and deflated his net worth by billions to obtain and satisfy loans, get insurance benefits and pay lower taxes. In short, he lied to gain massive financial benefits for himself. Letitia James said in September. She continues, quote, "We've found that Trump, his family and the Trump Organization use fraudulent and misleading asset valuations over 200 times in 10 years on his annual financial statements. These statements were then used to obtain hundreds of millions of dollars in loans and insurance coverage." Justice Arthur Engoron of the state Supreme Court in Manhattan rejected defense claims that James waited too long to sue, fell short of establishing fraud, and should have better justify the $250 million of damages she is seeking. He also said that Ivanka Trump could be sued despite her claims that she had not falsified valuations and had not worked for the Trump Organization since 2017. Saying she could be liable for, quote, "participating in continuing wrongs." President Trump in November announced he is suing New York Attorney General Letitia James, quote, "Today I filed a lawsuit in Florida State Circuit Court against corrupt Attorney General of New York State Letitia Peekaboo James. New York State is one of the most crime-ridden places on earth. With murders, robberies, drug deals, and every other form of crime setting records on a daily basis. While James does nothing to protect New York against these violent crimes and criminals, she attacks great and upstanding businesses, which have done nothing wrong, like the very successful job and tax-producing Trump Organization that I have painstakingly built over a long period of years," Trump wrote. First increased Social Security payments are arriving this Wednesday. In October, the agency announced that due to decades-high inflation, its cost of living adjustment would increase by 8.7%. It means the average recipient will receive more than $140 extra a month beginning in January, the SSA said on Thursday, quote, "This year's substantial Social Security cost of living adjustment is the first time in over a decade that Medicare premiums are not rising and shows that we can provide more support to older Americans who count on the benefits they have earned." So the Social Security Administration's acting commissioner at the time, Joe Biden at the time, echoed the sentiment that the Medicare premium reduction would have some impact on retirees' wallets. Quote, "Seniors are going to get ahead of inflation next year," Biden said. He continues, quote, "For the first time in 10 years, their Social Security checks will go up while their Medicare premiums go down. About 70 million people, including retirees, disabled people and children, receive Social Security benefits. It was the biggest increase in benefits that baby boomers, those born between the years of 1946 and 1964, have ever seen. The last time a cost of living adjustment was higher was in 1981 at 11.2%. Chief economist says it will take 2 years if not 3 to get inflation to target. During an interview on Friday, Bank of America chief economist Michael Gaben stated that it will probably take 2 years if not 3 to get inflation back down to the Fed's desired 2% level. Gibbons said, quote, "I think the numbers tell us that. The labor market is still quite hot. The unemployment rate that you mentioned is the lowest we've seen since 1968. So it's about a 5-decade low 223,000 jobs added in the month of December. That pace has come down. But that's a robust number in any normal expansion. So I think job seekers right now are probably still meeting with a lot of success. And I think labor demand remains exceptionally strong. 225,000 jobs or so per month is about twice as much job growth as I think the Fed would like to see." When asked, quote, "The Federal Reserve Chair wants to see inflation to 2%. How long will that take to get there and what will it take to get there?" Gaben responded, quote, "Most of us in the economics forecasting world think that it's probably a 2 to 3 year path. Now we're probably past peak inflation right now, in terms of the year-on-year rates of inflation. Those should start coming down more clearly over the course of 2023. But it will probably take 2 years, if not 3 years, to get inflation back down to the Fed's desired 2% level." Ladies and gentlemen, give me your thoughts below. And hit subscribe right now. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching the video.